7 o'clock. It is a Friday morning. It is the 8th day of May, 2020. Are you keeping track of that, Gene?
Well, just ever so casually, as they say.
Yeah, pretty much one day is running into the other now.
And you can't do much about it. So.
No. Today is World Red Cross Day.
Yes.
And it's No Socks Day. I wore socks today. I didn't know.
No Socks Day.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have a day to find your socks. Where do socks go? That was another question always. Where do socks go?
Yes. You put two in the dryer and one comes out.
One comes out. You
Yes.
never can find the other one.
I think they're orbiting Saturn somewhere.
Either that or a bath towel that has a lot of static. Maybe.
That well could be, yes. Anyway, big plans for the weekend, right?
Busy, big plans.
Okie dokie. What can I say? I think I mentioned yesterday, I'm supposed to be in Omaha right now.
Mm-hmm.
My granddaughter, Emily Ann, will graduate from community college tomorrow. With no ceremony, nothing else. They'll mail her a diploma, her degree. And then later in the month, she graduates from high school.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you're watching on YouTube, I am wearing a Nebraska hat today. Of course, they live in Omaha, but she will be attending, she's a Cornhusker, going to be attending University of Nebraska in Lincoln.
Nebraska.
Starting in the fall. Hopefully.
Well, we'll see what kind of weather is brought that way this fall.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah, we'll see.
Interesting, a week ago with the snow they had?
Yes.
A lot of snow they had.
Yeah. It's not supposed to happen.
Yes.
Well, I think the murder hornets did it.
Yeah, the murder hornets.
Yes. Hey, we got to grab onto something, don't we?
Yeah, where did that come from?
They couldn't use killer hornets because they've already got killer bees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So these hornets, who apparently, snuck in from Japan, hired a press agent, and I think it's the same press agent the Kardashians are using.
It could be. I don't keep up with the Kardashians. It's pretty tough.
Don't keep up with the Kardashians?
No, that's probably going to surprise you and a lot of other people.
It doesn't surprise me a bit. I don't.
But I will say they laugh all the way to the bank.
Exactly. With the gazillion dollars they're making by the people that are, entranced by every word.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Hanging on.
Anyway, are you ready for news?
We've got some.
We do, but we've got birthdays before.
Birthdays coming your way first, and then we'll have the local news.
Okay, birthdays today are big shot birthdays. Singer Tony Tennille is 80. No word on the captain.
Wow, saw a special on the Captain and Tennille about 2 weeks ago.
Very talented.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, okay. Singer Gary Glitter is 76. Rock and roll. Actor Mark Blankfield is 72. Singer Philip Bailey of Earth, Wind, and Fire is 69. Also did a number of duets. Didn't he front the Doobies for a while? I believe he did.
That's a possibility. I don't know.
Yeah, very talented. But perhaps best known as lead of Earth, Wind, and Fire, which has now become Dust, Breeze, and Smoke. And drummer Alex Van Halen of Van Halen, 67. Actor David Keith, 66. Actor Raul Max Trujillo is 65. He's in and out of the valley because he's on the Mayans MC. Mm-hmm. The motorcycle show that's filmed in part in the valley.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
So they're filming part of it here.
Yes. Actress Melissa Gilbert, 56. Enrique Iglesias is 45. Actor Matt Davis, 42. And actor Domhnall Gleeson, 37. Actress Julia Whalen is 36. Local birthdays coming up.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
Let's celebrate our birthdays. Happy birthday, Amanda Thomas, Daniel Maris, Destiny Rogers, Leah Daughtry, Manuel Butner, Maria Diaz, Miguel Martinez, Michaela Wayne, Phyllis Littrell, Violetta Wilkins, Sandra Loya, Ruben Guzman, and Adrian Duran. Happy birthday. And of course, Sunday is Mother's Day, both in the U.S. and in Mexico. And it's going to be kind of interesting because everybody's going to want to get together with Mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And which is natural. And maybe you even want to go to Mexicali because Mom lives in Mexicali. And is that essential traffic?
I would gather to say probably not.
So, you know, and it's kind of like Easter, right? 2 weeks after Easter, there was a spike in the COVID-19 cases. And I wouldn't be surprised. People are, I'm not going to say they're going to defy the social distancing and gathering rules, but they'll ignore them. So let's just wait and see what happens in 2 weeks, right?
That's the way it looks like.
Okay. Oh, well. Anyway, and, around the valley, okay, you and I have both skied, and, you understand raccoon eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, from wearing the goggles, your whole face is,
You look like a raccoon.
Except for your eyes because of the goggles.
Yes.
Well, just wait. There's going to be folks with the face mask, the facial mouth and nose coverings. It's going to be the same thing, only not the eyes. It's going to be the nose and the mouth with the tan lines.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes, sir.
Okay. Are you ready for the news?
News coming your way.
Okay, get ready. It's World and California News headlines right now, and it is all brought to you by your friends and neighbors, Bobby and Mary Locke Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
CBS News special report. The coronavirus hit the labor market. It was as bad as expected in April. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger has the figures from the Labor Department report.
A catastrophic number, 20.5 million Americans unemployed in the month of April. The unemployment rate is at 14.7%.
Annual wages actually increased 4.7% because more lower wage workers were pushed out of the labor force. Experts don't expect a turnaround soon. Economist Joel Naroff.
The rate is the highest since the Great Depression, so there is nothing positive in this report. The economy is starting to reopen, but the hole that has been dug by the COVID-19 forced shutdowns is deep. With businesses and governments still reducing their payrolls, the recovery is going to take a long time.
Again, 20.5 million jobs were lost last month. Unemployment soared to 14.7%. CBS News Special Report, I'm Pam.
Lock Air Conditioning wants you to protect the things you care about. Protect your family with the air scrubber that utilizes Active Pure, certified technology to protect against airborne and surface contaminants. Clean, deodorize, purify, and protect not only your family, but your home. The air scrubber installs easily to your heating and cooling system, and it's made in the USA. Call Lock Air Conditioning now for details. 760-353-4501. Lock Air Conditioning, and protect the things you care about. Contractor's license number 696216.
As some businesses deemed low risk begin to reopen, Governor Gavin Newsom is warning the state faces massive budget shortfalls because of COVID-19.
We're projecting tens of billions of dollars of shortfalls, all specifically related to COVID-19, all specifically related to this pandemic.
Newsom says this will require a cooperation with the federal government to recover from this. Contra Costa County is now offering COVID-19 testing to any resident who thinks they may need one. Health Officer Dr. Chris Farnatano says testing is critical to stopping the spread of the virus.
More testing means that more people know if they have the virus, and they know it sooner, so they can get the care that they need, and they can isolate themselves from others to help prevent the spread of this virus.
And finally, the Department of Motor Vehicles says it's reopening 25 field offices around the state today. The ones reopening were selected based on location, size, and other factors. Steve Clausen, California News.
And by the way, the nearest DMV office that will be opening, take your pick, Hillcrest or Palm Desert. World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today.
There will be parties again soon, and family gatherings. There'll be parades and sporting events and concerts. To help our communities when they come back together, respond to the 2020 census now. Spend a few minutes online today to impact the next 10 years of healthcare, infrastructure, and education. Respond online today to make America's tomorrow brighter. Shape your future. Start here at 2020census.gov. Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
A heart in my tasty Honey Nut Cheerios? Cereal, you trying to tell me you love me?
Actually, it's reminding you that it can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
Wait! They can help lower cholesterol? I've been so focused on the sweet, tasty taste that I completely forgot. Now I'm in love.
Learn more about making Honey Nut Cheerios part of your heart-healthy lifestyle by picking up a box at your local grocery store.
It's page one of the local news. And page one is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Friday morning, another COVID-19 related death was reported on Thursday. Carroll Buckley has more information.
The Imperial County Public Health Department released the latest numbers for the COVID-19 pandemic in the valley. The total number of deaths has gone up from 10 reported Wednesday to 11 total reported last night. The information also showed the impact of increased testing for the coronavirus in the valley. An additional 272 test results were reported over a 24-hour period. The number of positive cases went from 419 to 455, while the number of active cases jumped from 211 to 226. The number of patients who have recovered went up from 198 to 218. Again, the health department did not release any information about the latest victim. Yuma County has reported that a child under the age of 18 has passed away due to complications from the coronavirus, COVID-19. It is the first pediatric death reported in the state of Arizona. According to Yuma County officials, the child had multiple serious underlying medical conditions. I'm Carroll Buckley for KXO News.
KXO News Time, 7:43.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for your service needs. Whether it's a lube job, oil and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment, Quick Lane can handle it. And Quick Lane services all makes and all models. Oh, and by the way, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price, guaranteed. See your Quick Lane service advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less.
The El Centro City Council will meet today. The special council meeting will provide a COVID-19 update to citizens. The meeting will begin at 11:30 in English and then repeated in Spanish at 12:15. The meeting will be live streamed on the internet. A vacant house in Yuma was extensively damaged in a Thursday morning fire. Yuma Fire responded to the house fire in the 2300 block of South 6th Avenue at about 8:45 a.m. On arrival, firefighters found heavy smoke and flames coming from the roof of the house. It took a Yuma Fire Department about 30 minutes to bring the blaze under control. There was fire damage throughout the house and part of the roof collapsed. There were no injuries reported. The house was vacant with no utilities connected. Neighbors had reported transients trespassing on the property. Fire investigators are working to determine the cause of the fire. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they've got the best price on tires guaranteed. Talk to your Quick Lane service advisor for the details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, Brawley and El Centro.
IID understands the COVID-19 pandemic is creating financial hardship for many of our customers, but reminds you that we are here to help. Customers experiencing hardship should contact our friendly customer service staff to arrange a flexible payment plan and ask about IID's other payment assistance programs. Don't hesitate. Call us today at 1-800-303-7756. IID, where customers always come first.
It's page 2 of the local news and weather, and it is all brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, Medicare supplemental coverage, or retirement planning.
Continuing with more local news, Emergency Scholarship Response Fund. It was announced by the IVC Foundation. It is the COVID-19 Emergency Scholarship Response Fund. Emergency Scholarship Fund of $20,000 is available to Imperial Valley College students who lost their jobs because of the pandemic, as well as an additional $10,000 grant for a COVID-19 response fund. The foundation said of the $20,000, $8,000 was donated by retiring IVC counselor Mary Lofgren. $12,000 is a match by the foundation. The additional $10,000 comes from a grant awarded by the Imperial Valley Wellness Foundation aimed at equitable health resources and well-being to individuals in need. The scholarships are for $500 each. To qualify, a student must be in good standing, must show proof of the layoff, and they must write a one-page essay on why they need the scholarship. The deadline to apply is May 19th. Well, local officials will meet today to announce a roadmap to recovery for Imperial County. Carroll Buckley has the story.
A press conference will be held at 9 o'clock this morning in the County Board of Supervisors chambers in the County Administrative Center in El Centro. Chairman of the County Board of Supervisors, Luis Blancarte, and Imperial County Public Health Director, Jeanette Angulo, will be joined by representatives of all of the cities in the county as well. They'll share the Imperial County Roadmap to Recovery and a plan to reopen businesses closed by the COVID-19 pandemic. The physical meeting will not be open to the public, but it will be live streamed on the county website and the health department's Facebook page.
In other local news, scammers, well, they continue to be unscrupulous. They thrive on tragedy and other people's misfortune. The coronavirus pandemic is no exception. Scammers are using the pandemic to try and steal your Medicare number, personal information, and money. They are using robocalls, social media posts, and emails. Remember, if anyone reaches out to get your Medicare number or personal information in exchange for something, you can bet it is a scam. Some of the scams are robocalls offering respiratory masks that are never sent, social media posts fraudulently seeking donations for non-existent charities, or claiming to give you stimulus funds if you enter your bank account information, fake testing kits, cures, immunity pills, and offers for protective equipment. For more tips and information, go to medicare.gov/fraud. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, a gradual cooling trend begins today. However, above normal temperatures will continue into early next week. Drier conditions with temperatures falling closer to normal readings look likely by next Tuesday and lasting through much of next week. Sunny today with a high near 104, light and variable wind becoming east 5 to 10 miles an hour this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 70, southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Saturday will be mostly sunny with a high near 101, east-southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. And it'll be sunny on Sunday, Mother's Day, with a high near 100, east-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. We have 78 degrees downtown, 44% relative humidity, wind out of the southeast at about 3 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for Medicare supplemental coverage, health insurance, or retirement planning. David H. West Insurance Services.
ECRMC, affiliated with UC San Diego Healthcare Network, is dedicated to serving the diverse needs of this region. We're expanding our facilities, investing in state-of-the-art equipment, and striving to provide our community with the highest quality services available. For information or to make an appointment, call 760-482-5000 or visit ecrmc.org. More convenience, more progress, more caring. ECRMC, more than a hospital.
And it's time for sports. The NFL has announced their 2020 schedule. And the opener, well, it'll be the Texans and the Chiefs in the opener. Okay. And, well, that'll be on a Thursday night game, September 10th. The NFL hoping to get the season started on time and get a full season in. Meanwhile, the Raiders will open up on September 13th at Carolina to take on the Panthers. Their preseason, it'll get underway the week of August 13th at Seattle, followed another preseason tilt in San Francisco. And then they'll host the Cardinals and the Rams. The NFL with plans to get things started. And they're going to have to start practicing soon if that will happen.
Hi, this is Mike Morris from El Centro Motors. These are some trying times we're going through, but I'm going to tell you something. In my 40-year history with Ford Motor, I have never seen incentives like this. 0% for 84 months and no payments for 6 months. 0% on Super Duty. That's unheard of. So if you don't come see us first, we can't save you any money. And we're open right now.
0% for 84 months on new 2019 Fords in stock. Excludes Raptor, Shelby, Escape, Transit, and Super Duty. Payment relief up to 6 months on select inventory. Not all buyers will qualify for the 0% and Ford Motor Credit Company. See dealer for details. El Centro Motor Showroom is open Monday through Saturday from 9 till 6. Stay safe, stay healthy. It's that easy. Well, switching over to NCAA action, the NCAA enforcement staff said Kansas's basketball program committed egregious and severe rules violations that significantly undermine and threaten the NCAA collegiate model. They've alleged that Jayhawks coach Bill Self and assistant Curtis Townsend embraced welcomed and encouraged Adidas employees and consultants to influence high-profile basketball recruits to sign with Kansas. What? College hoops? No. I'm devastated. And, Major League Baseball says, hey, we're almost there. They're expected to put a return-to-play proposal to the Players Association within a week, as teams have begun to encourage players to prepare for a spring training that could begin in mid-June and a season that would start in early July. Some teams have suggested that players prepare for spring training at their home. And former Major League Baseball All-Star and manager Matt Williams is now managing in Korea, and he notched his first win. Had a chance to watch about 5 minutes of Korean professional baseball. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's not the same game. And we've got NFL football, great postseason NFL games on AM 1230. And coming up Monday night, Super Bowl 51, New England and Atlanta. We've got game on AM 1230 KXO. That's it for sports time. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. It's time for a look at financial news with a brief look at weather, and it is brought to you by Marcus Family Law Center. Marcus Family Law handles family law and related matters at barefootlawyer.com. The coronavirus pandemic destroyed 20.5 million U.S. jobs in April, driving the unemployment rate to a post-World War II high of 14.7 as the country faced its biggest economic crisis in almost a century. The trail of job losses was heaviest at restaurants, retailers, and hotels, but every major industry suffered. The healthcare sector even lost nearly 1.5 million jobs amid the worst health crisis in American history. The unemployment rate leaped to 14.7% from a 50-year low of just 3.5% 2 months ago. But the share of idled workers is much higher. If millions of Americans who have been furloughed and expect to return to their jobs are counted, the Bureau of Labor Statistics said the jobless rate would have almost 5 percentage points higher at over 20% unemployment in the nation. And how is that affecting the markets? Well, today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average up almost 300 points at 24,170. The S&P 500 up 29 at 2,911. And the NASDAQ is at 9,070. That's up 91. The gold is up $2.50 an ounce. Oil is up 12 cents a barrel.
Marcus Family Law Center.
Marcus Family Law Center, your certified specialist in family law since 1996, now offers immigration, bankruptcy, and estate planning from its El Centro, Calexico, and San Diego offices. Call 352-2800 or barefootlawyer.com.
Family to family, Marcus Family Law Center. Call 866-8-WHAT or log on to barefootlawyer.com.
We'll have sunny skies today with a high near 104, light and variable wind becoming east 5 to 10 miles an hour this afternoon. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 70, southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then turning out of the west-southwest. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 101, east-southeast wind about 5 miles per hour. And right now, downtown El Centro, we are looking at 80 degrees, 44% our relative humidity. Wind out of the west-southwest at about 3 miles an hour. CBS News is coming up next, but financial news and the weather brought to you this morning by Marcus Family Law Center. They handle family law and related matters at barefootlawyer.com.
We are strong and we'll get through this together, but these are stressful times. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, and know that you are not alone. Visit wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
CBS News is brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan in northern New Jersey. The bad news was expected, but the numbers are truly staggering. The government says businesses slashed 20.5 million jobs last month. You can count Scott Warwick among them. He was laid off from an urgent care in Frisco, Texas.
My wife's pregnant with our first child, and we're, expecting in August. So with all of this hitting and, not having the income from the job, and, we're obviously concerned about payment, being able to afford having a child.
The nation's unemployment rate soared to 14.7%. Economist Joel Neroff.
This understates the true situation, as large numbers of people are continuing to be laid off and millions are leaving the labor market completely and therefore not counted as unemployed.
In Southern California, CBS's Carter Evans says some businesses in that state now have the green light to reopen.
Here at LA's Wholesale Flower District, they're already open for business this morning, but many stores reopening now will be curbside only. And now California's governor says they know where the first case of community spread of the virus came from, and it was a nail salon. For that reason, nail salons will remain closed.
President Trump talking more about the White House valet who tested positive for the coronavirus. In a Fox News interview, he described an encounter on the day the person started showing symptoms.
On Tuesday, he was in the room and virtually, I don't think any contact, but he was in the room, and then I went to get tested, and I've tested fine, negative.
Mr. Trump praised his attorney general for dropping the prosecution of former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, saying if Bill Barr had been in place all along, there never would have been a Russia investigation. 2 white men, father and son, under arrest in Brunswick, Georgia, for the fatal shooting of a black jogger back in February. Vic Reynolds of the State Bureau of Investigation.
This case, when it is handed over to Mr. Durden for ultimate prosecution, will be complete. It will be done, and every stone will be turned over. I promise you.
The death was caught on cell phone video that went viral. A little bit of snow today in parts of the upper Midwest. Forecaster Jeff Berardelli says it's headed for the Northeast for the weekend.
Snow tonight is likely into tomorrow morning for parts of interior Northeast. It won't be a major storm, but a couple to a few inches are possible, especially in the hills and into the mountains.
Wind chills and some temperatures could plunge below freezing. Wall Street right now, a good day for stocks so far. The Dow is up 306 points. This is CBS News.
Why settle for average? With Capital One, you could